Hello there guys and welcome to the Smackdown review. Before we get any further into the video, remember that any subscribers we get on this channel or my channel, Mr. Ramu Woo Woo, I'll be donating 10p on the 1st of April to cancer research. 10p for every subscriber, that is. We're going to do things a little differently this episode. And going forward, I'm actually going to tell you what I thought of the show first. So the show for me was a 2 out of 5. Now that's out of the way. If you want to continue watching, feel free to do so. I will be going through the show as it happens. I give it 2 out of 5. The best you'll find out, and the worst you'll also find out. I wasn't happy with this episode at all. So let's get into the video. We start with Roman Reigns and the best guy on planet Earth, apparently, according to WWE. Well, we started with Cody Rhodes. I've had it typed up here, and then I forgot I used pen and paper, so you'll have to bear with me. So to start off with, we are in Washington DC for tonight's Smackdown, and I know we've also just said Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Exciting first Smackdown review back, and we get 2 big stars. Roman comes down, boos are going everywhere. Cody's music hits after, massive pop, massive pop. Roman looked a bit, how can I say, mused. Let's go with that. And basically he was there to have a conversation and not a negotiation. And basically wants to speak to Roman one-on-one. And Cody basically didn't see a need for his friends or his his bloodline to be there, unless he needs them. So Roman tells them, bog off, see you later. And then he asks him if it makes it feel more comfortable. In fact, let's get more comfortable. Puts the belts down on the floor, mock Cody, and asks him, what do you want to talk about? Cody basically said, right, let's talk about you. Called out Roman's 915-day title reign and said, good on you, basically. It says that Roman's impossible mountain to climb, and that's kind of his thing. He spoke about he was Randy's understudy, never survived Stardust, nobody would ever pay to see him in his buddy little indie show, AEW. Cody says the goal posts keep moving, which, by the way, is an offence in a football match, because if they move, you get penalised. But whatever, Cody, you're in a wrestling ring, it's fine. Apparently, Roman might be impossible, but not for Cody Rhodes. Roman basically says if he's even won or competed for one of those, or a main event at Mania, he basically said he's the most he's the decorated superstar of all time. And basically Roman, basically said that Dusty was the guy that made me who I am today in terms. I respected Dream and everything he did for him, so he wasn't going to degenerate him. He did a really good Dusty impression, actually, which I quite like having it. And he goes on about Dusty's teachings and all sorts. This promo, by the way, before we go any further, was probably one of the best things about SmackDown, and it was a 30-minute promo, near enough. And basically he says that Dusty never spoke about Cody, only talked about Seth, Kevin, or Becky. Roman stuck his hand and showed Cody that if Dusty failed to teach him, then he would. Basically said, I'll be your father figure instead. And pretty much they aren't playing on the same playing field. He didn't send Heyman to get in his head, he sent Heyman to Raw to convey the truth. There was a lot of kind of stuff I think could have been simplified here, and they were basically just saying that Cody is better than Roman, not on the same playing field, and that he doesn't need to send anybody, he just needs to be himself, pretty much. And pretty much he says he needs to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Stuck out his hand and said, may the better man win. Roman shook his hand and walked his way to the back. So there are my notes for the promo. Now, I typed all that up because I'm a very quick typing. I'm like, oh. Then I started writing again. I think I work better with writing it down, because I do it as most of like a script. Like, I do word for word pretty much as I'm going. Whereas when I write, I pick highlights out. So, we took 2 minutes or so to discuss the promo, right? The promo alone. Promo was great. Cody looks strong, Roman looks strong, it's brilliant, right? A really good way, and they don't have to fight. Don't have them fight at all until Mania. That's how you keep that feud feeling, ooh. Because you don't want, and Obviously, we still got a Sami Zayn problem and maybe a KO problem. I love this promo. I think the promo was great. Again, two superstars at the pinnacle of where they are. Cody's so over. People hate Roman. Really good back and forth. I loved every second of this. And I don't feel like they turned on the promo at all. I feel like people do want Cody to win. I don't. I want Sami, but look, that's me. I'm not an entire WWE universe. I'm just one person that reviews the SmackDowns. So that starting point, very good. Then we get I'm doing it again, I'm mixing words. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. I predicted Rhea Ripley for this match. And again, highlights of the match. When it comes to promos, I take more notice. Matches, highlights. Basically, start off quite quick. Liv goes straight for Rhea. Quick drop kick from Liv Morgan. Rhea takes control very quickly. Low package doesn't quite work out. Liv is taking it to Rhea admitted. Second rope drop kick looks lovely. Rhea goes to the camera and Rhea bloody Ripley. I do what I want. There's a lovely backstabber to Rhea. And then all of a sudden, my feed must have skipped because Dominic appears out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, hi Dominic, how you doing? The worst man on the planet, by the way, Dominic Mysterio. There was a code breaker that spiked Rhea Ripley. Horrible, but beautifully. It looked incredible. And Liv Morgan goes for the Oblivion. It gets reversed very quickly. Plants her. Goes for a Riptide, but doesn't pin her. Instead, it goes for a Cloverleaf, a very vicious looking Cloverleaf, and makes Liv Morgan tap out. I give this a 3 out of 5. It was a good match. It was a fun match. Rhea dominated Liv pretty much. Liv showed heart, but I think it was a case of Liv gives a good match. So here you go, Rhea. Bit of momentum. Made that girl cry, though. That girl was crying her eyes out, bless her, because she's like, oh, Liv's just lost. We go backstage. It's Roman Reigns. And he's speaking to Jay. And he basically says, so he's speaking to Jimmy. And he's like, have you spoke to Jay? Yeah, he needs time. How much time does he need? He needs time. Roman's running out of patience. He wants to know what Jimmy's doing and where Jimmy is because he's not with the bloodline. So he tells Jay, go talk to your brother again. Let me know what he says. He's getting pissed off. We get a recap of Karrion Kross versus Rey Mysterio from last week. And Rey nearly hitting Dom. When Rey, if Rey hits Dom, any crowd are going to pop massively. Rey is the most hated heel in the business. And by the way, if you don't like Dominic, he's doing his job right. I love Dominic, right? The simple case of I love his heel heat. I understand he's got heel heat and I love it. He is a dick. You know, he's there like, oh yeah, look at me, oh, you know, all this, like, oh, mammy. People hate him. If you're actually getting angry about Dominic, though, you're a shit person, right? I've seen a lot of stuff towards Dominic. I think it's not fair at all. For the simple case, Dominic is the best heel in the company right now. Bar none. Better than Roman because he's a kid. He's one of those lads you want to smack this shit out of. He's got the face for it. He's got the attitude for it. But that's what makes him great at what he does. However, Santos Escobar walks through the back and says, mano a mano, me and you get to the ring, we'll sort it out, leave Mammy out of it. You do not disrespect your father. I was, oh, okay. We're getting Escobar versus Dominic. Cool. I predicted Escobar here. I was very wrong. We start off, there's a lovely drop kick for Escobar, and he goes, your legacy. And he goes, this is your legacy. Why are you being a dick, basically? Escobar as a face, by the way, works. I don't know what's happened to Legado del Fantasma, but Santos Escobar as a face, I love it. It works. And in this match, you could very much tell Dominic is still very green. Dominic is not good in this match, if I'm honest. He's mistiming stuff. There's miscommunication everywhere. I don't know. Dominic still needs a lot of work, personally, but he'll get there. He's got his dad and WB. Goes for 619, doesn't quite hit it. Escobar to Dom, respect me, respect the mask. And Dom goes, no, you respect me. You know, but how is Santos losing? He should not be losing to Dominic Mysterio, of all people. Dominic. Santos goes for a comeback. Great save. There's a bit, basically, where he goes to the floor and he goes for... he goes for a backbreaker, but he goes too far back. So he goes like that, looks at him, goes, turns him, and then leg drops him. Great save by a very good wrestler in Santos Escobar. But unfortunately, that's not enough because Escobar gets a riptide for his troubles, chucks him into the ring, frog splash. Dominic beats Escobar 1, 2, 3. I give this a 1 out of 5. I'll be honest, it's not because of the result, it's more because Dominic is very green. It looked awful. It was not a good TV match. And they made Santos Escobar a face to lose. I know I said the result. Dom wins, okay, fine. Mami helps. But Santos should be getting a push, not losing to Dominic. Dominic needs work. I don't know. This was a filler match that you didn't need. And we go up the ramp, and he's ripping the mask that Ray has given to Santos Escobar as a present. He's ripping it. What a dick. However, he keeps goading his dad. Hit me, hit me. Ray looks away, gets a cheap shot by Dominic. As I said, when Rey Mysterio hits Dominic, there's going to be an explosion in the crowd. We cut then to Sami Zayn. He's in the airport, he's in Washington DC, and he's cut a promo about how he's the problem. The bloodline, he's not going to stop until he makes the bloodline crumble. It is his mission, and he's got every fan around him. Sami, Sami. This just looked good from a fan point of view. It really did. But we cut to the ring. Drew McIntyre in street clothes. Okay, cool. And he goes, I'm going to kick the schnitzel. Yeah, he nearly said shit. I did. He didn't. But it's a same old generic. I don't have an opponent for WrestleMania. Gunther, I'm calling you out. Okay. However, Sheamus comes out and he's like, you're a backstabbing bastard. 15 years I've been in this company. You know what Intercontinental title means to me. And Drew's like, you're not my dad. You're not my parents. I don't have to have permission to go fight someone. What, do I need your permission to wipe my ass? And he goes, you had your chance and you lost twice. And at that point, you're thinking, ooh, they're going to fight. LA Knight. Let me talk to you. Yeah. People love him. I love him. He's amazing. He got such good cheers. Even though he's clearly heel, people love LA Knight. And rightfully so. But he goes, how can you have a WrestleMania in LA without LA Knight? And I saw on the internet there was a battle royale on WrestleMania, and whoever wins will face Gunther on the same night for the Intercontinental Championship. Doesn't look like that's happening now, because we get the New Day to come out instead, and basically they take the piss out of LA Knight, going, oh, I need a match, oh, I lose, I've had two matches on SmackDown and I've lost. I love this from New Day. Petty but brilliant. And next minute, Karrion Kross is out. Okay. LA Knight takes out Kofi. Drew and Sheamus are going back and forth. Drew's like standing behind him. Goes, oh, nearly Sheamus. Goes towards him. Jumps over the top rope. Takes everybody out. But then Karrion Kross chucks Sheamus into the corner. Karrion Kross stands tall. He's got some great hair, like myself. And he stands tall. Karrion Kross standing tall. I don't know where this is going. But we do later on in the episode. And I'll be honest, we get Ronda Rousey. Yeah. Everyone knows my feelings towards Ronda Rousey. She needs time off. She's not a great wrestler, in my opinion. You hate me for it, that's on you. I don't like Ronda. I don't like her. I don't think there's much to her. And this is what annoyed me. They're coming down to the ring. They're playing Ronda's music, even though she's the one accompanying Shayna Baszler. Shayna has her own music. Use it. Stop using Ronda's. Shayna feels useless now. Shayna's a badass. I love Shayna Baszler. She's mint. She's a great wrestler. She's scary. She's going to kick your ass and you're going to know about it. But unfortunately, well, yeah. And then we get Natalya. Great. And Tegan Nox. Same again. Natalya's music, but Tegan Nox is wrestling. We know who the biggest star is here, don't we? So we go into the match. I predicted Shayna, and I was right to do so. This was about 2 minutes long, right? Quick flurry from Tegan Knox, going, kicking, drop kick, cannonball. Shayna Baszler counters. Shayna targets Tegan's arm. Tegan, by the way, saw this arm like a dream. She's like, arm out as she's screaming, and I mean screaming in pain. Gets a roll up, 2 count. And then it's quite literally into the arm bar, and it's a very quick tap out. There's your match, people. They put on Shayna Baszler and Tegan Knox and gave you 3 minutes of time, if that. Another 1 out of 5. This was awful. I was right on Shayna. We cut backstage to Kayla Braxton, who has mic problems. Now, I don't have mic problems. Mine's on. But it sounds like, boom, we now have audio. It was very muffly, awful. It is what it is. And we get Gunther. Basically, Gunther's there like, it's a crap. Adam Pearce hasn't got me an opponent. I'm Gunther. I am the ring general. I have an Intercontinental title. I will be holding it for 300 days come WrestleMania. And yet I don't have an opponent. Which is a bit shit, admitted. But we've got 4 weeks left. And as we get into the good part, Bobby Lashley's music hits. Bobby Lashley's on his way down. And Bobby says he doesn't run. But no, you do. Because, well, you spear people. So, okay, cool. Anyway. And he basically says that in his area where he's from, if you've got a problem, you go kick the shit out of him. No. If you're where he's from, if you've got a problem, you go up to him man to man, face to face. That doesn't happen. Uncle Howdy's music and this weird Titantron appears. Uncle Howdy appears behind him. Goes to try and beat him down, does this weird scream, picks him up and gets slammed. Bobby Lashley is about to spear Uncle Howdy. And then the lights go black and Uncle Howdy goes out the ring and Bobby's left confused. Yeah. Great segment to build Bobby and Bray Wyatt. It was awful. And then we go backstage again. For the final time, we reckon. It wasn't. We go backstage, it's Roman Reigns, and Jimmy turns to Jimmy and goes, "Did you speak to Jay?" "Yeah, he needs more time." "More time?" "He needs more time." Jimmy went, "No, he actually said leave me the hell. He told you to leave him the hell alone." Ooh. So Roman goes, "Jimmy, you're going to go to the ring with Solo, and I want you to take care of the Sami Zayn issue." So Paul Heyman goes, "Oh, that was fantastic." Oh, it wasn't fantastic? Paul Heyman is amazing, by the way. But we get backstage, we wait, Jimmy's gone, he's getting ready with Solo. Roman goes, "Jay's got 1 week. If Jay's not back, he's not going to blame Sammy. He's going to blame Jimmy." Oh, the bloodline's falling apart. Yes. We learn that next week we have 2 matches. Oh, here comes Ricochet and Braun Strowman versus the Viking Raiders. Yay. And our second match is going to be a Fatal 5-Way Intercontinental match. Sheamus, Drew, both New Day, and Karrion Kross. No, I lie. It's going to be Sheamus, Drew, Kofi, Karrion Kross, and LA Knight, I think. I can't think it's Xavier or Kofi. I forgot the match graphic. It's one part of the New Day, basically. However, it's time for the main event. Yes, we've made it to the main event in 20 minutes. That's how crap this episode was. Solo time. I love Solo Sikoa's music. It's amazing. Sammy goes da-da-da. Rushes in, goes straight for Solo. Sammy on top straight away, really fast pace. There's a really good dive from Sammy. He takes out Jimmy, takes out Solo, dives straight across. I thought the match already started. Turns out, comes back in the ring. Ding, ding, ding. Game on. Sammy is ridiculously over. Solo, by the way, is undefeated since his debut. Solo Sikoa is undefeated. They go to the outside. Sami gets his head smashed against the post 3 times, and they do the little flicker on the thing to say, oh, this hurts. It does look good, admitted, but his head got smashed 3 times. You don't need to add effect of, oh, the light's flickering. It's a steel post, for crying out loud. Sami just manhandled. Solo gets decked, though, by this clothesline. A really nice snap, Samoan drop, I call it. It's a Samoan drop, but it's so quick, you blink, you miss it. Roman's in the backstage again. Roman's nervous. Roman's there like, Roman is nervous, of all people. And he should be. Sami Zayn hits a beautiful tornado DDT to Solo to get a 1 count. And there's a body splash or a frog's crossbody off the top rope. It's a 2 count. He tries for the blue thunderbomb. Is he going to get the blue thunderbomb? Yes, actually, he gets the blue thunderbomb and hits it. But all of a sudden, Sami's about to try and get Solo. Jimmy saves Solo, turns it straight round. Samoan spike. 1, 2, 3. Solo wins your match. This match, by the way, was on for 15 minutes. Well, it had 15 minutes. It was on at 2:45 in the morning. I'm the UK. 2:45 in the morning. The match finished at 2:55. This match went 10 minutes. It flew like that. I gave the match a 3 out of 5. It was good. It was great. Sami and Solo were great wrestlers, but this needed more time. This could have been a really good match. Get rid of your Shayna and Ronda shit. Get rid of these crappy promos. Give this match 30 minutes. However, we're not done. We get cheers now. And you're going to however Jimmy says it. And Jimmy puts him in the corner, puts the chair on his head, and Solo's about to wreck him. Jimmy goes, nah, I've got this. I'm going to get him. I'm going to teach him a lesson. Oh, you've took too long there, Jimmy. Solo gets a chair in his face. Jimmy gets in the corner. Helluva kick. Sami stands tall. And Sami picks up the chair. He goes to hit Jimmy with it. Solo's there. He gets a chair thrown at Solo. And Sami goes out to the ring and up to the ramp. Now, at this point, it is 2:57 AM. There's 3 minutes left of TV time. They are stalling. They finished too early. They're stalling. And all you're getting, Roman's there angry. Jimmy's effed up. Jimmy's made a mistake. And they were stalling. Like, right now, I'm going to stall for you for a second. They kept cutting back to Roman, cutting back to Sami, cutting back to Jimmy, getting reactions. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett didn't talk for a minute because they stalled. Then they show up the little graphic saying, oh, this is the end episode, and boom, it's off. 2:58, the show goes off the air. Early finish. Because they did it too early. It was too quick. Right? So, as I said in the intro, for that, the show is a 2 out of 5. The worst form or whatnot of the week is the crowd. You had a crap show. This show was awful to me. This was one of the worst Smackdowns on the road to WrestleMania. I was not impressed at all. Let me know in the comments down below what you could have done to change it, or better yet, what you would have done instead. Plan an episode for me. Plan an episode of Smackdown and tell me why you're better than some of these writers and creative, because my lord, this was awful. The best, Sami, probably. Solo looked strong. Sami looked great. Solo, Sami, and probably Reigns and Cody. Some really good stuff on, the Roman Cody stuff was good. The Roman interval throughout the show was good. Everything else was a bit lackluster. And just like that, I've reviewed Smackdown in under 25 minutes of a 2-hour show. Yeah. My big red book, by the way, for Raw reviews and Smackdown reviews, I'm nearly full. I need another book. That's how long we've been doing this. So guys, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of Smackdown this week. Thank you guys for watching. We will catch you on Tuesday for another Raw review from me and Saul. But until then, have yourselves a good weekend. Peace.